Do you think that you are in a trap? Locked inside thoughts? Why would you? Some days in the recent days, I feel that I have returned back inside me. What? It's quite known with the condition that you are in that you tend to talk with a lot of emotion. So it's because anything inside you might have the emotion of life around you. Okay. All good. I knew what to learn martial arts. Let's go. Hello. There are minuses we're doing. What's on the minuses? Well, if you lied. You might have put that right. That is correct. Chop it down. Pretend you talk. Pretend talk. Pretend talk. Pretend talk. What did you pretend? I'm gonna no. I want to act like that. Can you? I need to understand that question. Can one ask? Because if one day you have spoken that particular question in continued question, would that divert the cells inside you, and then one day you can't? Because when you ask the question, can you ask? Would that one day maybe direct the cells inside you? and then you can't. Lost for talks. I have to tell you whether you can ask. Can. I hope that you can, Sock. It won't. It's not very kind to you if you can't. Can I ask? I hope you can. What do you mean? You hope you can? Well, if you can't talk, it's not a good condition to have. Some can't. So are you in a give of a wonder? No, I'm just the point of a lateral. When you ask, can you ask? I hope that you always can. Because if one can't, you have made the point already. I have to make the point on a second purpose to reiterate. Why? Oh, you won't want to move yourself to the condition where if you have asked that question more than one word, that it may direct to the cells inside and then maybe won't. Can't. That's why. So really you care? I hope that's the truth, yes. You won't really know. No, I hope you would understand that I do care and mean what I talk. Sly service doesn't get to the ear. Doesn't sound like. Do give you reassurance, continue. Well, you must. That's the life that we are in. You would hope that all around you are in the best one can. Be. So, in order to answer the question of whether you can ask, one must talk out. I hope you can. For your sake, for sake you, for sake you, for sake you. Years later. you think that's mean? If someone was to ask you, can you ask? You would have to talk out. I hope you can. I mean, you ask me whether you can, then I can only talk back. I hope that you can. What do you mean? You hope that I can? Well, you ask. So, why would you ask? What do you mean? Why would you ask? What do you mean? Why would you ask? Gotcha there. Well, what do you mean? Why would you ask? Hope you can. Oh. Can I ask? Why would you ask? I have to break it down. Can you ask? Yes, from the sounds of it. That's all. Does that help? They have confirmed that they can ask. There's always a day. Why? You like the talk of equality, won't you? If it's political, see you later. Hi. Well, that's put to rest. Consider. What do you mean? Yeah, it's a bit of a close question, can you ask? Because ask means you would talk out and hope for talk back. Well, if you were to ask, what would you understand once you have asked? Close question. Can you ask? Ask. Huh. Ask really. Yes. Hmm. What do you mean? It's a question that you would have to understand. Can you ask and what do you mean? So, once you have broken down, can you ask? Well, you just did. That's all. Well, they asked me whether they could ask, and I said, yes, you can. What was the follow with can you ask? Were you in the want of a particular talk, result, point? So results when one talks back. I never heard that. What was it that you would like to ask? You would like to understand what one's going to do I know. Sorry. So we get to the point of ask. Can you ask what one's in the do of right now? There you are. Oh. You mean for what purpose? What purpose would you have if you were me? If you were you? Also, shorthander spoils us, spoiled you, spoiled me. Wassalam, like you would in the SMS, not walaikum salam. Whoa, sounds like one of them. What purpose would you have if you were you? If you were me? When purpose of work, yes. Good. So what purpose would what purpose am I in? What purpose am you in? What purpose would all have if they were to do what you do? See, in the usual sense, it's all the purposes from a minus dot root half 1 So the number of minuses you would like to do what one does. Now that I won't, that one won't understand. If you would want to do what one does, what you does, right? What you do right, what you do right now. If one does right now. Why would you have to give me all the minuses? What did I do to you? So then you understand a lot of laws that were not present, and then eventually it does become, unfortunately, a false law ground. But you would have to understand the false law ground. If one talks that you can't, then one must hear and take in that you can't. Whatever the reasons are, you can't. In the, well, I would put it down, no, you would put it down, false law ground. But you've got to understand the false law ground's use. Or the false law ground's purpose, motives, intents, reasons. So when you understand, then what's the result that you would want? You have the false law ground. Yes? No, you have the, you decide. You tell me what I can't do. I take it in. I accept what you talk. And then what one must do. What's the result? You must stop what you do right now. Hey! And that's the end result. So then, like you are then told of the Mexican standoff, in a sense. It's just with an old tutor. It's just in the past, yes. It's a Mexican standoff between you and the tutor that would care still. But the Mexican standoff means that use of false law ground v you, but you are not a full part of the locality, and you must talk out. Why then? No, you must just accept the Mexican standoff for you not to win. Walk out, call it a day. It's usually the Mexican standoff that has that reference, where it's a stalemate, yes? Where it could turn crazy or it could remain calm, depending on the situation around. Well, we're all gonna, or no one's gonna. Yeah? Yes. See? So then, if that's the situation, what would you do? They have the false law ground because they have a position of authority over you. They are senior to you. So you must accept the decide what they decides what they decide was. You are not going to contest versus it at all. You're going to accept the decide made. They were senior, and you're going to go back. And well, I'm in fast right now, but in the past usually it meant you can eat your lunch. Why that was also dinner. Dinner meant later. In full. I'm not in the intent of joke anyone. It's just how you would rather use humor than turn you in one that's violent. Crazy. Crazy is not a good talk, that particular talk, yes. Well, you wouldn't use violence in that Mexican standoff between you and a tutor in the past, or anyone that would have any voices of minus versus what you do right now. But it will still appear to have one talk over another, and then that means we are all present in some form of court and would have to always talk low. Why? I would have to use you just to prove that I have. Would you do it on purpose to keep yourself safe? Would you? Yes. Ooh. And in the results of the survey, would you portray yourself to put yourself under a gang appearance description to ensure that you would have a route to walk when you would want? Yes. Not one of them then that would want to cause violence inside, would you? Fight. Yes. No. Yes. No. Could mean the other answer to the question. Could mean the result. Talk out some results. So I've only talked results all my life. That's all I've talked. You have not made any points at all. So in the I know why. Oh dear, that's a good story. It's one of them stories, but it's a good story. Now, me pals told myself that they like one that's in the down, and we've gone and questioned whether that one would like. No, we didn't really ask that. What did you do? We questioned whether. No, we told our. We broke confidentiality in full. We told that. We told one that pal likes you, and they talked back that. Well, they didn't really give a result. They didn't give a point. They just talked. It was so that they talked back. That's why. Oh. So in order to get to the point of so. Oh. What was the point that you would make? Well, my pal likes that one. So we are going to tell that one that you are liked. And they have not given a clear result. They have not given a clear result. The clear result that they have given is just so. So in the clear result where they have given so, we haven't really got a yes or a no. So we cannot really do anything apart from stay quiet, because so is not really a question or a result. It just means what can one do? We won't want to pester the question further because we have already got the answer of so and the walk past there. But the pal claims that they were in like and love with, yes? Then what would we do? Well, the pal's not going to like you because you've only got the result of so from the said life. So, you have not got a yes or well, it's only a yes. In a like and a love situation, it's only a yes. There's no no. You understand? So, in the like and the love situation, the result of the like and love situation where one would only want a yes or would not want a no, then on the not the kind to use force. You're gonna like me whether you like it or not. No, that's not funny. But any route. So why would you try to make it funny? Some concern about that. But any route. They have given unclear answer. So it's not a yes or a no, it's so. So that doesn't sound like any result whatsoever at all. So we need to go back to the houses that we are in and call it a day. We have not got a result that you would want then. So the pal's going to not like you for a certain duration because you have not got the result that they would want. That was yes. If it's a no, they will continue in like and love. They will think, they will have thought every month, every minute. So what's it got to do with you? Because I'm the one that went to find out what the result was. And the result was not a yes or a no. It was so. So what would you do? Well, it's going to hurt the person because they have not got the clear answer that they would want. That's always yes. If I like you, I would always want yes. That's the way the world works. And if I get a no, can you take it? Can you handle rejection? Ooh, it's one of the strict talks. Can you handle that? Can you handle it? Can you? What's it got to do with you? So I didn't get the result for the pal. Can you see how one would always want the result yes, can then move to the result that would then sound like, well, if they won't get the result that they want, would they have the potential intent to then try to use force? Like the Indian movies, yes. In the Indian movies where they have raped the lady, then for some reason it becomes a love. For some reason, I'm in the mockery. For some reason. Okay, that's not good. It's a serious, it's a portal point, and you have tried to turn it into a giggle. When they have done that, why have they wed later? Oh. So, would the pal think that they would do what they have seen in Indian movies and decide that if they were to use force, then they would wed later any route because that's the way Indian laws work? I don't know why I've got that in thoughts. It's talk in the normal world, you understand? We all talk of whether you have got any likes, looks, etc., etc. And if you do not fit within the society and the community of what everyone else does, then what do you do with it? What do you do with life? You don't do life but like the normal person does. So you are not to go outside and take confidence from whether you have got any looks. Not. It's part of the society and the community. That's the norm. That's the thought toward. What if you were to get looks from someone that someone else is? Mrs. Later one day. Miss one day. Someone's in a relationship. Would the reference fall under still Miss, not Mrs. because they have not wed? You see them kind of, that kind of talk particularly seems more important important in your car, you go, and you just do, I'm alright. So what do you mean with that particular talk? Well, the pal who's then proceeded with, they have not got the answer, they have not got the result, yes. Well, I guarantee that they like me any route, and if I was to go and do something with the use of force, then it's like the Indian movies, and we will wed later, and it will result with happily ever after. So does that mean influence? Well, I think it does. Then you are one of those. One of them. I have seen it in quite a few Bollywood scripts of that to take place. Are you one of those ones that would do that? I warn of it. I would want one to learn that life's thought can turn sick one day. And not sick in the not minus talk. That's sick, yo. Not one of that kind of, not one of them kind of talks. But Marsh. I have introduced second talk. It's part of the ethnicity. Part of the ethnicity. What does Bud Marsh mean? Was that the word to take over what was the break of law? Criminal doesn't sound strict at all. And one can, well, you'll get away with what you do because you have not got all but martial suits. You, rather than lawbreaker. Lawbreaker's just funny. Why would you even use that one? Lawbreaker means continue whatever you're called. So, well, it's easier then to just talk of Mexican standoff between you and your tutor. I don't really want to involve myself in a relation talk, ma'am. I'll see you later. Yes?